from the DC Universe Legion of Superheroes 12-pack that was available this October of 2011 from MattyCollector.com. We are looking at Ultra Boy. Ultra Boy is one of my favorite Legionnaires, and this sculpt really does it justice, I think. He's got a nice, not any one particular costume from what I can tell, but bits and pieces of different costumes that kind of come together and to make this one. I mean, his costume has not changed too much over the years, but just little things here and there. But looking at the sculpt, out of all the figures in this set that have open mouths, his is the best looking, with that teeth there, really kept at a minimum, so it looks a lot better than the other one that the other figures with open mouths have. Some nice touches is that he's got these little fringe things on his boots. His belt here does seem to be a little bit off-centered. Just a little bit. It is glued on, so you can't really move it, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, you can tell here that it should kind of line up in between these two pieces here, at least I think, to be dead on, and you can see where they line up a little bit off. It's not that big of a deal. One other strange thing is that he's the only character to have an open hand. None of the other characters have this. They're all closed fists, and it's only his one left hand. His right hand does have the Legion ring on it with the clearly defined Legion symbol on it. Very nicely sculpted. All of the figures have that. I really like his hair as well. He's got the nice sideburns there. Very 70s, 80s. Paint on here is a little bit messed up and not very clean up at the collar here and the black bits there. But elsewhere it is pretty clean. I love his symbol, which some people think is a Thunderbird or something, but is supposed to be the energy beast that he got his powers from. Also, paint-wise, he does suffer from what a lot of these figures in this set suffer from, and that's mismatched colors. They don't quite match up here, the greens and the reds. In certain lighting it becomes more apparent than in other types of lighting situations, but it's not that much to really get me disappointed in the figure. You know, every once in a while you look at it and you say, oh wow, that doesn't really look all that good. He does use the full adult buck body, and you can tell that because here is, let's grab Lightning Lad, and you can see how slight he is in comparison, and is a good half a head taller and broader than this kind of a buck. So that does give him a little bit of a, helps him stand out. For articulation, it's the basic DC Universe articulation. His head goes up and down, left and right, very tightly for some reason. His arms do go all the way around, out to the side, rotate at the bicep there, bend at the elbow, rotate at the wrist. He's got ab articulation, forward and back. Waist articulation, it is a little bit hindered by the belt. Not too much, though. It's still there. Legs go forward, back, out to the side, rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee, and bend at the ankle. So Ultra Boy, or Joe Na from the planet Rimbor, first appeared in Superboy number 98 in 1962. Now, he gets his powers quite differently. His power set is kind of in the range of Superman, but with a little twist to it, if you don't know already. A craft piloted by the young Joe was swallowed up by this energy beast, and instead of being destroyed, this energy somehow was transferred to him and gave him powers, but only one power at a time. Like, for instance, he can only be super strong or super invulnerable, and he could switch at will. So he couldn't fly and use super strength at the same time. But he doesn't really use flight unless his Legion ring is compromised or missing. So that was just as a for instance. And you might have already caught on, but his name is a play on the biblical Jonah, who got swallowed by a whale and gained a greater faith in God through it, I guess, and drew power from it. So there's kind of a nod to that biblical story. He is the powerhouse of the Legion subset, subgroup, the Espionage Squad. He's also an actor. That he uses his skills as an actor to infiltrate criminal smuggling operations, oftentimes. Also had this tendency to kind of act dumb as a Legion member. Most people think that he's not that bright upstairs, and that's kind of a thing that notion that he cultivates, but he is quite smart. And through this, he uncovered a manipulation of the Legion of Superheroes by several people. He is romantically linked to Phantom Girl. They've got a long-standing romance in several different iterations of the Legion. He does appear in both the Superman animated and the JLU animated episodes that involve the Legion, but they're both as cameos. And in the Legion of Superheroes cartoon, he is voiced by James Arnold Taylor. So, I guess that'll be it for Ultra Boy. Stay tuned for more reviews of the other Legion members that came in the DC Universe Classics Legion of Superheroes set. Until my next review, I'll see you.